Turn 49. We completed the Pearl Luxury, and the Statesmen demand it, so we can't really send it to Persia because I don't want to take minus 40 to the Statesmen. And unfortunately, our ruler is doomed at age 34, which is really tragic. We will have our 12-year-old daughter inherit next year. We'll start a festival here because I want to get the salt online so I can send it around for culture. We'll chop and start horses here for an order. We'll chop, and start the nets. Looks like he's escorting a settler here. Presume that's just there as an escort. Don't need to worry about the front. Get a scout there. Just because I already have a worker. I have a bunch of workers here, 4 workers here. That's probably enough for these 2 cities here. It's from Statesmen, so I'd rather have another scout just to keep eyes on what the heck is going on. Move the scout over so it can continue wrapping around. I had 400 gold, so I will go ahead and infiltrate just to see where all his stuff is. Should have enough money to tutor next turn as well, without much of a problem as well. We gave birth to a daughter while doomed. So we'll remember to tutor next turn, and then tutor on 53. Wonder whether we will see whether we get this dude as a very, very angry regent or not. So we'll have to see. We're going to lose the governor here, so we burn that. I don't know that rally's going to go through. I think it'll actually cancel on Doomed, which is awkward. We will also fail this ambition. So, yeah, and it'll only give us 40 opinion because the legacy here from the Statesman was only 40 instead of 80. So it gets cut in half as well, which is a real shame. So we definitely should have taken this ambition. But we should be able to get up there. Blah. Doomed at 34 really, really sucks. Tech-wise, I don't think I have time to muck around with forestry and ranges. Those would be nice to have, but we need to really, really get navigation after we get sovereignty as 6. So really need to get navigation next turn. Hopefully it'll be available. Freemason might be a nice rotator if it's not. I think I would pick forestry over compo because it'd be good to get these up and running before I get ranges and really start stressing my supply. All right, we'll see what the tech roll is. We'll see whether we get regented hard next turn. Yeah, it sucks for Roxana to die, but I guess he had some early dooms as well, and his original ruler is still ruling. Well, his original king, but yeah, so. And he does not have a husband for his current ruler, as far as I can tell. I guess she's mourning her husband must have passed away or something. All right, well, that's that. Not much more I can do this turn. So let's go ahead and send this one back and deal with the doom turn next turn.
And turn 49. And we are first doing our orders. There's not too much going in, too much going on. As I mentioned, prioritizing worker orders with a bit of cleanup duty for the Here we are reassigning our luxury. Now let's look at the events. We got the training accident that I mentioned, so he's not blessed, he dies. We are not mourning. Our previous mourning went away and we became ill. This is a bad choice. Those are 2 existing characters. This is, don't know if it's still the same hero. That doesn't, I think this was, the other hero was from the traders, but I don't want a hero, and this guy is bitter and way too old, so we say not this time. That's 100 civics and 2 orders down the drain. Speaking of ill, alcaras leader also become ill and doomed, so illness. Apparently there's a plague going around, killing all the people. He has a politics student though, so there's a high chance he'll have another orator. Although there's a small chance he won't have an orator, which is better than a guaranteed orator. So let's see what he's going to come up with. It's not like the other options are so bad. Some scholar for science, judge to get his strongholds or citadels down fast. That could lead into a devastating timing attack from him. Luckily, or hopefully, we can hide in the forests. If we can fortify some spearmen in there, he might have trouble dislodging those. But I'm not building many units right now, so yeah. This is 1, 2, 3 turns remaining till we'll get this done here. It's not like we have the orders to use all of our workers anyway. Yep, and that's about it. We are on our way with this. This will be the last to finish that. Did he lose another point? Nope. Still sitting at -3 charisma. Hoping to get... This one is done soon. Can also build urban buildings, plain urban tiles, which I can use to this is kind of a stopgap here, but we can use this here maybe. I don't know, we can't quite build this. But if we build like a hamlet here, we can like sneak some borders around here, but we also want hamlet and Odeons. So we can build hamlet Odeon here. I think we're looking towards here, upgrading this specialist, building a hamlet here, and then building urban tiles here to giving us access to the lake, and especially this connection over here. That sounds pretty good. But talking about the bigger picture next turn, so let's just send this one back. We did see a scout here, so he's moving up, I guess, or back here, I'm not sure. Yep. So, see you next turn.
Turn 50. Alright, we have our new queen. We have a choice of having a regent. We will reject the regent. We'll pick navigation, because we definitely need orders very badly. Because we're down to, we're not an orator at the moment. We'll resolve all the events very quickly. And then we will start a stronghold there, start chop, and start a garrison here. Chop and start road there. Start a road here, chop and start a quarry, start a quarry, start a quarry. And then we will get a scout in range here, and get an agent into the city. So the scout will probably head over here next turn or so. and then get into that city eventually. Doesn't seem like that might actually be worth it, so we'll see. Maybe we go to this city. I don't know. Our infiltration will also end in 2 years, which would be great. So yeah, 18 orders next turn. So that's not great. We're definitely getting garrisons up and running and getting our officers up and running. We don't have a good choice here. Don't really have flexibility to get folks in here as well. Got about 10 turns before we run out of wood. Unfortunately, we don't need wood. Trying to Mithra here. Probably get Odeon next year, realistically. Because we definitely need to get this one up and running. I think I sent gems here. Yeah, I sent gems to this city. So this will be strong in 23, but he's strong now. He's doing a treasury. Got a festival running here, so not much in this city right now for him. One rancher, that's it. And I guess he's going to try to get this to get some quarries up and running, so really not much there. He's got 2 workers because he got a builder up and running to quarries a little faster. I wish I could assign a builder here, but my only choice is my Chancellor, who I don't want to remove right now, even though he's plotting against me, or this severely ill person. So yeah, definitely don't want to do that right now. Everyone's happy still, the hunters are probably the worst off, but if I complete this legacy, then they will be a little better off, 40 opinion, so that'll give me a little buffer. But it's probably the cancel on the rally really hurt. So, but as a child ruler, we should get some powerful events, and we should be able to complete that one pretty quickly. But I wish I didn't have it because I could get more XP events. Started a monk here, I think. I don't know. It'll give me a little bit of science, maybe. I can also see a case for just doing another specialist, or, just actually, I think, starting a rancher and getting the order out of it, because it's going to potentially need orders. That's probably a better choice than the monk, realistically, for that city. Yeah. We'll see what we can do next turn. Unfortunately, a lot of workers are ending next turn, and we are only going to have 18 orders, and it's going to be really, really close. So we'll have to figure out how to prioritize that. Probably will not be moving this scout because we're going to be too tight on orders. And aside, this scout is out in 2 years, so should be able to infiltrate there pretty easily once that finishes in 2 years. So probably this scout's going to chill around here. We're building a scout here, and we're building a scout here just to watch the front. Presume he's going to be clearing these bottom sites here and settling that site super late. We settled this much earlier. All right, that's pretty much it. Navigation in 2, which will give us 7 laws. He's on 5. So that's great as well, but we have nothing on strong, and he does have strong city, so we should definitely consider that all-important Ishtar if we can. Ishtar is quite a ways away, 4,000 gold. We do not have a way of getting there right now, but we have decent stone income and even more coming online, so definitely want to get Ishtar, because that will solve a lot of problems, especially give us the ability to rush on the front, which will be quite powerful. And his settler went somewhere, probably down to here to settle his 9th site. We will see. Definitely want to see if he can snag Ishtar, because I think it's going to be super important. If we miss it, we can go for Lighthouse. He has Monopoly on Acropolis and Colossus and Mausoleum. Particularly that one is going to be very dangerous because Museum is particularly dangerous because he's stacking city science in this, so that's going to be one I definitely want to deny, but I have no way of doing so. This scout will probably come up here and sit here. I don't know. We'll see. Going to be a little order tight. Hopefully I'll have the choice of Orator, but we will see. Okay, sending this one back and going to do the situation report for turn 50. All right, we're back with the situation report for turn 50. First, let's start with the timeline. What's changed since turn 40? So we discovered, our original queen had died on turn 41, and Queen Roxana ascended the throne. Duke Darius was born, Duke Aruku was born. We completed the pyramids and met the Gauls down here and attacked. We discovered Portcullis and started an ambition for training. And Judaism was founded by Frederick. We discovered sovereignty, and then Roxana died at age 35, tragically early. And a new queen, Queen Amestris, has ascended. She will likely be our ruler for the rest of the game. We do not know what archetype she will be. Politics student, so hopefully she will be a orator. That will be very valuable, especially since all of our families are very happy and really, really want to get orator up and running. We're tutoring her, so we've got plenty of money for that. Got this agent in here that we've put in. Agent in here, which is getting so much money and so much science. And we're going to try to get an agent there. We're going to be very order constrained next turn. So we're basically just trying to get our econ up, shooting for Ishtar as a potential, and getting to 7 laws, and then going for strong. Really would like to get this city up and running. 8 years on week, so nothing we can do to speed that one up, unfortunately. We don't have any ambassador candidates that give us culture either. This will help a little bit. We'll try to get this up and then maybe move the Magus over there as well. We'll see. We have a little bit of civics to play with. Amestris is pretty young. Ambitions-wise, we picked up a stockpile 2000 training one because we were good, and Roxana was rallying troops, and we would be done in a couple of years, but then Roxana died on us at age 35, which is just like, I don't even, what are you doing? Like, how are you dead at age 35? I'm so sad. Succession is assured. Before she died, Roxana gave birth to our sister, Barsine. I'm sure we'll marry at 18 and start getting heirs, but Amestris should live for a long time. Hopefully, knock on wood, fingers crossed. Law-wise, we have epics, freedom, centralization, which is a change from usual, trying to get that city science, constitution, and monotheism, and legal code that we got for free from an event. I haven't seen orthodoxy, which would have been amazing, but we never got it from the event. And we had a lot of spare orders for the entire time. Our opponent has 5 laws. He is running on, let's see if I can maybe get the law tooltip. Yes, epics, freedom, centralization, constitution, and serfdom, which means he has navigation, which we've seen because we see this boat here as well. Navigation is what we're getting as our 7th law. We'll definitely take that to get serfdom, so we get 5 more orders because we really need orders right now, especially if we end up as a scholar or something that is not orator. Tech tree-wise, we are making progress. Navigation, we've got portcullis. We'd love to pick up cartography next, which requires metaphysics and navigation. So we can start stealing research. And I think my filler towards that will be going towards battle line, so we can get battle line up and running. We probably need more iron to really support Macemen. But 7 laws and Macemen is pretty good as an attack. If we can't get metaphysics, like priority-wise, cartography 1, because it speeds up our science acquisition. Battle line 2, I think, because it's a win. It is a now choice. Forestry and compo are longer-term investments. I'm kind of split between Macemen, and I don't know how much time I have. Partly, I think it depends on what is coming out here. Since he's still festivaling, that to me feels like he's not ready to attack. But I'm not sure where these chariots were made. Maybe he's rushed them out. This one has a trader chariot. So I don't know where his army went either. So yeah, we'll definitely want to get eyes on here, these frontier cities. Especially this one, and keep track of where that Byreme is. So, but if we have more time, we can definitely go the forestry route and ranges. But it's a risk. The advantage is it gives you much better production because you can get ranges up and running, but there may not be enough time, honestly. Lumber Prince would be amazing here for productions. I probably do want forestry, but navigation first. And steel research is going to be a priority. I think 7 laws, just normally I would have probably oriented towards metaphysics first to get steel, but I need orders. I can't be running around without serfdom. I was fine until now because I had 2 orators in a row. I don't know that I'll be lucky enough to have 3 orators in a row. Wonder-wise, only the pyramids have been built. We are going to be trying to get Ishtar, just to get all these cities, all our weak cities, up to developing so that we can rush anywhere. That will be pretty critical. Cities by training. Parsa is at 32. Samarkand is at 19, coming along nicely. So nothing else really to write home about. I think I'm prioritizing Ishtar over getting more Raxes up, which may be a mistake, but we've got a lot of things we can do here. We'll probably build some specialists realistically. Get some food up and running. We can use some food. Building a rancher here for the order. as well. Source of science, Parsa is our leading source of science at 16. Karta is close behind at 9. Large part of Parsa science, which I can't get this tooltip to show. Let's see, maybe like this. No. Maybe like this. No. All right, just going here. Large part of Parsa science is that centralization +4, as well as the double elder specialists it has. Karta is coming online. We will probably already got the elder monk there. Don't really see a point with a poet, so we need to think about what we're doing here. We do have a scholar, so we may just start very crappy scholar stuff. Don't really have any other options. Poet does not make sense. City only has 11 growth. Not really worth it for a poet, I think. Maybe. I don't know, it'll speed up our culture as well. So maybe we do poet. We'll think about that there. That's an option. And I guess it gets in some science as well. So maybe that one is worth it. It's not really worth getting training up. It's not really worth starting increase on developing. Here we really need to get culture up. Ishtar again will help a lot, but this will be another one, and this one potentially another place where we would like to have. I don't know if we even have any scholars in the Statesman family, though. I don't think we do, so might not be able to do that, but that's fine. Yeah, Duchess Sura is there. All right, so family opinion, everyone's really happy. Hunters are closest here. Hopefully we can get that training thing to not have to deal with it. Our opponent, we can see, is warrior. That's from killing units, probably clearing barbs. We just inherited, so we have no cognomen. Let's take a look at graphs. Family opinion has been really high, but you can see dying has not been great. Victory points, resource prices, we've been selling a lot of wood. Iron continues to go up in price. Territory explored, mill score. Really haven't built that much more military lately, because we just have our additional troops that we ore toward, and are building our first Palton cav here, and that'll be available in 3 years. Might keep it around here just to be able to upgrade it to a cataphract archer as soon as we can, although that's probably still a long time away, at least 2 years for 7 laws, and then we need to get to strong, and that's 23 years away right now, which is not great. You can actually make a case for Ishtar here as well. We'll see. Kind of want to put it here to get this one up and running, but realistically we might need it there just to boost. Ishtar will give us 100, and then yeah, so we're a long way away. I think Ishtar itself has a base 6, so that's probably worth stacking there. And this one isn't going to be there. If it were, we could, of course, do Ishtar here, but that's kind of risky. But this is nice and safe. And who knows when he will do the sea invasion. It is turn 50, so I think we still have some time. I would anticipate an attack from Frederik somewhere around turn 70-ish at the earliest, and more likely a timing attack with Barding at 90 or so. He seems to like timing around there. We, of course, are also going to keep an eye on Barding, as well as keep an eye on what he can build. If we ever see conscripts here, we need to freak out. But we do not see conscripts right now, so we're good. Yeah, we are going through graphs. Wood production, we have no wood production, and we have a bunch of monasteries, so that's costing us. That's part of the reason I don't want to do ranges before forestry. And forestry will also be nice thanks to the shrine. That gives us +1 training, so each of these forests will be, and this mine will also get a nice boost. Stone-wise, our stone production is pretty good, 138. Pretty proud of that. Usually, historically, I forget to build stone early, and I've made a concerted effort this game to do so, and I think it's really opened up the possibility space because I'm not buying stone all the time. You can see where we lost. I think we had a Delver, maybe? I don't recall. Maybe. I'm not sure. Iron. Iron production is also coming along nicely. Food. Also in solid shape. Orders. We were doing well, and yeah, not so well anymore. We'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can get back to being an Orator. Money production. Really great since we got some agents running. 64 from that agent in Carthage. Science, zooming up nicely. Again, this is the spike from getting that agent and spymaster. So curious to see how far behind we are, Carthage. We are likely behind, largely because Carthage alone is producing 27 science, which is not quite Parsa's 16. So I would anticipate he is leading in science. There's 2.2 science here, maybe not. We have more cities, so he's still on 8, and we have had 10 and had 10 for a long time. Discontent, culture. He's definitely winning the culture graph. Training, civics. You're probably winning the civics graph and growth. 10 specialists. Minor, 3 stonecutters, 2 fishers, an elder monk, apprentice officer, an elder officer, 2 elder officers, 21 workers, which is probably enough for 10 cities. Don't really need more. I think we have 22 there, and I don't think I have one queued here. This will be 23. I think I have one hiding here, 24. That's probably enough. Let's take a look at what that worker breakdown looks like. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hunter ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 statesman ones, which is a little low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clerics ones, and yeah, so we could probably use another statesman one somewhere, maybe here, especially for this city. But yeah, otherwise I think we're pretty much good on workers. Clerics will get to 7 or so. There's lots of quarries that we want to get. Statesmen might need 1 more or so. Yeah, but generally I guess the rule of thumb is around 2 workers per city in total. So I would really want 6 per each family. I think I may have slightly overbuilt them, but it's okay. Having too many workers doesn't hurt, and it's been good to have workers, especially for chopping and things like that. All right, military units. We've still not produced any. We've killed 9 killed camps. We haven't done any killing lately. 6 laws adopted, soon to be 7. Longest reign of 40 years, and then it's been really choppy since there. 3 courtiers, 64 improvements. Among them 11 mines, 14 quarries, 1 farm, 5 pastures, 3 camps, 6 nets, 2 hamlets, a village, 4 racks, probably need more racks, 3 Odeon, 1 market, 3 garrisons, 1 stronghold, market was from an event, a shrine, we're building some more shrines, 7 monasteries, the Aden Burzanmir and the pyramids, controlling 1 wonder. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, we definitely need to get military production up, especially in these hunter cities, especially along the front. So yeah, I'm not sure about that scout actually. Might cancel. Might prioritize a worker over that scout. Where's Scout Susa? And potentially a worker here, honestly, Ectabana. Ecbatana. And that I think will be good in terms of number of workers. And we'll probably want to send one worker back here or something. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Festival, get some salt, send that salt to Parsa. It's going to be close. Also, we need to get these road running. So connecting it, we'll build road here. This connects. This one will go that way. This one will come here. I know it's a statesman worker. Actually, the statesman worker can probably go home, and this worker can come along and finish that. So, and we'll just have the statesman do mines or quarries. Probably quarries and maybe mines. Not sure. Or just food. Could do food. That's probably good too. Maybe we keep the scout. Maybe not. So, all right, I think that's it for this turn and this situation report for turn 50. Definitely, game is shaping up pretty interestingly. Both of us had some early deaths. He had his ruler die at like 38. I had a ruler die at 35. That's really painful for both of us. He's got a builder, so that'll be interesting. Strict, gracious builder. We have a 2BD, to be decided, but we've had orators for 49 turns, which has been really nice on the order front, and that's about to end right now. But hopefully we'll get up to like 23 orders or so, which should be more comfortable. A little late on that navigation, but should be fine. We do have the all-important Constitution, which is really helping with our science. I think you can see the spike from adopting Constitution and Spymaster, which I think may have happened the same turn. So agents, going to get another agent here, but we're going to be very order constrained. We'll have to be judicious in our choice of orders. All right, that's it for this situation report, and see you on turn 51.
And we're here on turn 50. with our next situation report. I've already played out the turn. It's not too much going on, mainly just worker movement, building some stuff around here, setting some reminders and some notes around the map. Moving down towards the city side. This is still there. Yeah, we got Judaism in here, found it in here this turn. Queued up some disciples afterwards. We have an OK growth in here, so that's not too bad. Could be worse. It's a bit towards the front, so there's a chance we are spreading the Judaism in here with our natural spread. There's also a chance I did not enact a state religion yet. A chance it will spread early, and there's a chance we are researching metaphysics next turn. If that's the case, we're getting Christianity, and at that point we might have a choice to grab Christianity instead, since it has the base higher spread chance, like both of the later religions have that. So yeah, we haven't seen much from him. He has been building stuff, garrison here, road here, so he's looking to connect the cities, I guess. Mainly focusing on the economics with stone. Building these two cities up militarily. Focus is on this city since we have a judge here, and we will be getting officers online in here, or faster in here than in the rider's seat. So we have two of those. That's the merchant though. The merchant wants to stay around for tutoring. She's affable and drunk. It's not the worst to build up a city with the charisma and the extra growth. Then we are looking to spread Judaism down here. Our first disciples, since we have lots of growth here as well, so we have two cities to build disciples out of. If we stay with Judaism, we will be needing most our civics to enact the state religion and the theologies, if we want to do that. Then laws, nothing new. We are still missing our third tier of laws. Looking at technology, we are picking up forestry, finishing it next turn. We're looking for drama very, very badly, and after drama, looking to pick up the next set of laws, focusing on legal code over monasticism. But now that we are moving towards religion, this is not bad. Both getting some monasteries down as well as enacting monotheism for some orders can be nice, will be nice. And then we are looking to grab scholarship afterwards for libraries. We are still looking to boost science in here. For that we are looking towards buying out the museum. Probably next turn. It is costing us 4.7k, and we can cut this down by chopping a bit maybe, but also we can just plain sell some resources. We have decent food and we can boost our food further. We have some good spots around the granary here still, and we're getting this online, so despite our elephants costing us lots of food later, we can afford to sell some right now. We have a good income, and food has been steadily climbing. There's not been that much sold in terms of food, while alcaras has been selling wood quite a lot, spending his extra orders to chop. We are looking to bring some forests online next turn. Not those if we're starting the museum, but down here There's quite a few forests around. Also here, Camp's also giving some bonus to neighboring forests, so and we want to make use of that too. So we're also looking to grab land consolidation if it comes up as a quote-unquote filler tech. I mean, we want to looking to go down to longbows anyway, and this gives us these growths, and we have a culture growth here and here. So these are also luxuries that we can bring online and use. We have one in here for a bunch of money, some down here. I mean, this is just food and growth, but we'll take it. It's not many luxuries except these land consolidation luxuries. There's double wine, double lavender, no incense. You can see one pearl here that we're bringing online afterwards. I don't see any olives. I don't see any dyes, although there's a bit of coastline that we don't know about. I see one salt. I don't see any furs, although there's still some forests down here, so maybe there will be some. Then let's look a bit at the timeline. Quite a lot of people died. This time it's not just random people. His alcaras ruler died, our king died, our husband died, the heir died, so quite a lot of people that got. Quite a lot of important people that died in those past 10 years. Here we picked up sovereignty and then navigation shortly. Then things are kind of slowing down. Alcaraz finished the pyramids on 46. We met a bunch of other tribes and declared war. So let's look at the record screen. Quite wealthy. We are looking to spend this on the museum. Citizen specialists here. Most of those were already around. Probably an acolyte, a new acolyte, and some new ranchers. We are now getting into officer production. Not many military units. We did finish up another chariot in the Rider City. We have our laws. He has 6 laws. He brought up Constitution this turn, and I think Epics shortly beforehand. 19 technologies. Only 2 courtiers in 50 years. A bunch of improvements. Lots of it are farms and quarries. Of course, a lot of special resources as well. We are looking, we need some mines too. This is still fairly low. We want to looking to build some spearmen or warriors. Having them fortified in the woods will be quite beneficial for our defense. We can put one here, we can put one here and here, maybe here on a fort. Although he can come in with ships eventually. I'm suspecting that's what he will do sooner or later. So, not sure what the angle of attack will be here. And these are the 2 center cities. Not sure. This is kind of a we won't be able to go over there. I might be able to build a harbor in here and a ship here and anchor it, but he can easily just block it off with 2 units, so that's not really something that's worth the investment. Yeah. Looking at some other stats, family opinion, the writer's cratered here when the new ruler, my new ruler took the throne. Resource prices, food has been kind of steadily going up. Stone, I think we are mostly the ones buying stone. Alcaras is the one selling wood. I'm assuming he is kind of deep in the red since he settled so many cities so early and bought so many many mercenaries. I am paying like about 30 for those 6 units. Those are not all upgraded. He should have more than those units in mercenaries, and he doesn't have a city like Carthage that's pumping out that much money. There's not many money resources on this map except for these land consolidation resources. There's like there's the gems here, there's the pearls here, and there's the salt here that's away from everything else, not easily reachable. So in terms of money, there's not much going on. So the city is quite valuable. We are finishing up the ambition. This will probably be the last one to finish, since this should settle in 2 turns, and unless he somehow rushes in unit and kills the settler. The other settler is still here. We're eventually looking to clear up this final city site. For now, we are happy to just hold the line, and hoping he does not get another orator, and if he does, that he doesn't get orthodoxy from an event. He does not have orthodoxy yet, so hopefully it stays that way. When he's losing his orator bonus, he will still have monotheism. How many cities does he have? 8 cities. That's still quite an advantage in orders from monotheism. So looking at resource production, wood we bring online next turn when we're finishing the attack. Stone has been shooting up. Still looking to increase this quite a bit. Iron going up a bit. We got the Lorien mine event. Food is climbing a bit again, and will be climbing a bit when we bring the fish online. And the new coastal city, orders has been going up. We're bringing some more order resources online, as well as looking to build some more garrisons once we actually got our wonder down and the barracks is down in our important military cities. Then we'll invest in garrisons everywhere to get orders up. Money is going down, unsurprisingly. We've been founding new cities which have cost us maintenance. Science is stagnating, even going down as was our leader dying, the 10 wisdom tactician. But it's not where we want to be. Our capital needs more science, and for that we are looking towards the museum as well as libraries. Then discontent, culture, those are just pretty much standard going up as we get new cities. I don't know if we looked at military score, it's kind of climbing steadily. But we aren't building many units right now. So right now this is mostly still buying a mercenary and leveling mercenaries up. So looking to connect some coastlines so we can bring our elephants back and upgrade them in the city, since this is the only one that has strong culture. He also doesn't have strong culture yet, so hopefully that stays that way for a while. His big hunter cities is Persia, which has these two. Not sure if he built specialists there. There's no hunter culture resource, and the other city is down here, which is this. This has this as a hunter culture resource, and also has the pyramids for culture. So, but it's still listed as weak despite that. Or is this? No, wait, that's not this city. This is the high growth city with the 4 fish. So he doesn't have much in terms of culture here at all. That's good. That's very good. So that those are probably the 2 cities he's trying to bring online for his Peltons and Cataphract archers. And it looks like he's struggling with culture as well. But he will of course be able to use his Clerics seed to upgrade the units. This should shoot up in culture too. Yep, we are content holding the front, feeling very much behind in economy. Hopefully the museum and eventually libraries can help us take the lead in science, although he will eventually switch to building inquiries, which should push him forward. So we'll have to see how we're doing this. Focusing on the city and our capital for science, these 2 cities for military production. Going to neglect this for now. Probably want to start building some buildings in here, just so we can, you probably keep building festivals and maybe the forums when we can afford the stone. To slowly push it upwards. You will eventually want to build decrees. You can also just want the culture, so we can just rush these out with judges eventually. We can of course be unlucky and not have one around, but this is the primary judge family. So we are looking to build up this in civics. It's 2 marble, and if we can maybe get a scholar to build inquiries, it will be this city, but we're not looking towards inquiries too much. Yeah, eventually taking this, but it's not the biggest priority. Spending our orders on building up the other cities feels kind of more important than adding another queue. We have a builder leader. If you want more workers to build more improvements, we can easily do that. That's not a limitation. Yep, and that's about it for our situation report. So, see you soon.